Hello! Today is Monday, and we are going to be starting a little week in my life vlog. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Brie. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. I do a lot of bookish things. I run an online bookstore. I am currently working on a novel. I also make a lot of bookish content. So despite being kind of technically fun employed right now, I keep very busy, and we've got a very busy week ahead. As far as today goes, like I said, it's Monday. I am working on a bunch of content. I need to do my little daily writing lesson and writing hour. I have a blind date with a book to put together for a customer, and I also have a little interview later. So it's gonna be quite a busy day. Thought it'd be fun to have you guys tag along. So I haven't really talked about this anywhere yet, but I am currently working on a speculative fiction novel. I've always wanted to publish a book, and I turned 30 last year, and I was kind of just like, why not now? Why not try? I have written a lot since my teenage years. I've done quite a few projects, but I've never actually done something start to finish with the goal of publishing. So that is what this project is for me, a little bit of a bucket list endeavor. And I got about 40,000 words into my story before deciding that I felt like I needed a little bit more structure. Shout out to my ADHD. So I decided to take a course on the Novelry. I'm doing their 90-day novel course, but then also their big edit course after that. And I picked it just because you get to do coaching sessions with published authors. And I really feel like I need someone just to talk to. I want guidance. You know, I just need someone to tell me your idea is not terrible. So I have been doing this course for about a week now. You're kind of supposed to do a lesson a day and then write for an hour a day. Yeah, so I'm gonna do my lesson now. Okay, I finished my lesson. I think I'm going to reread a bit of what I wrote yesterday. I think I got down 500 words yesterday, not terrible. And try and build from there. The problem I'm currently having is that I have 3 kind of central characters, and I had a very easy time writing the arc of one of them from front to back, but I still need to build out the arcs of the other characters, need to incorporate them into the story more. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to be working on for probably the next week or so. Hello again. It is 3:30, which means I've got about an hour until daycare pickup time. So I think I'm going to work on brainstorming what I want to write tonight after my kiddo has gone to bed. I write much better at night. I don't know what it is. I need darkness and quiet. Yeah, I am working on my 3rd chapter right now. It's got a character reunion that I haven't really known how to approach. There's a sibling relationship involved, but kind of an estranged sibling relationship. Yeah, it feels like a tricky one. These are the 2 characters that I feel less comfortable with writing right now. So I'm hoping that working on this initial scene between the 2 of them gives me a good, I don't know, foundation to run with for the rest of Act 1. Fingers crossed. Right now I'm basically just writing a list of all of the questions that I want to answer with this scene and with this chapter. I have quite a built out outline, chapter by chapter, but I don't pre-planned scenes. So I'm hoping this gives me something to jump off of later in the evening. Good morning. It is the next day. I did not have a chance to jump back on here and talk about progress I made yesterday. I think I mentioned I was working on my 3rd chapter. It was kind of a chapter where I wanted to develop 2 of my main characters a bit more. I have been avoiding them. And I think it went pretty well. They had like a reunion scene. I feel like I got to like introduce them a bit more outside of the ongoing storyline. And I think I wrote 612 words. That's not bad. I know, like, with doing this course on the novelry, they decided to start out with doing like 250 words a day for the first 2 weeks. But I hesitate to stop myself when I'm like in a good flow. So I'm just like letting myself stop wherever I naturally feel like stopping instead of trying to like force things in one direction or the other. I don't want to cut myself short, but I also don't want to like push myself to go for way too long and just be like struggling to write sentences. Yeah. And I think because when I started the course, I was already at like 45,000 words. I've gotten into more of a daily writing habit already, so I don't feel the need to like super ease myself in. Today, I just took like 3 little lessons on the novelry, mostly about starting, chapter 1, that kind of thing. I'm quite far past there. So I think I'm going to continue working through my draft and just continue building out the storylines of those 2 characters. I've started maintaining like a spreadsheet of all of my chapters just because I don't think I've written any projects before where I had this many characters that got full arcs. So I have it kind of set up so that I have like my chapter number, the story beats I want to hit in each chapter, and then each person's arc, how it's progressing in that chapter, and then any like notes for myself. I'm also tracking just like whether or not I've finished that chapter for this draft, what the word count is for that draft. I'm anticipating having quite a few drafts for this. I have been like casually reading, I have been casually reading 7 Drafts by Allison K. Williams, which is mostly about like self-editing and has very clear and helpful like ideas for what to focus on with each draft. Right now, this is just a very messy first draft that I'm working on, so I'm trying not to stress about too much and just trying to get the story out. I'm going to make my notes for what I want to work on today. Put down any questions I want to answer, notes I want to keep in mind. I'm really trying hard not to go backwards and edit as I add in scenes to chapters I've already written, but that is hard for me personally. Yeah, but as of this morning, we are at almost 48,000 words, which is like, in theory, 60% of the way done. Exciting stuff. Besides that, I have to go to an event in a little bit. And then after that, I will probably focus on making content for the rest of the day. I need to write a Substack. I need to write a blog post for the store blog. I still have not done that blind date with the book that I need to ship out. Yeah, it's gonna be a busy day. So I will check back in later. Okay, it's now the evening. I just finished up my hour of writing for the day, wrapping up at almost 1,800 words for the day, which I feel happy with. I wrote a lot very quickly. It's been really helpful to like do notes of what I want to tackle earlier in the day and all the like beats I want to hit, so that when I sit down to write in the evenings I can just go. Yeah, ending the day at 49,669 words. I kind of wish I could end at 50,000, but I'm gonna stick to my hour of writing like I'm supposed to for my course. Yeah. Time for dinner. Good morning. It is Wednesday, and the first thing I need to do today is put together a blind date with a book. I think I've mentioned that I have a little bookish business. The signature product is a blind date with a book package. Comes with a book. This person has requested romance, a bookmark, 2 little stickers, a pack of tea, which I need to grab, and then I write little notes on these postcards that I designed. These are very fun to put together. I only have like 1 of each book stocked at a time. I have like a wide variety of genres, but I try to keep my inventory really fresh by only really having 1 copy of anything, which makes it fun. I get to pick out inventory pretty frequently. By the way, the book I've picked for this particular order is Flirting with Disaster by Nina Kumar. I loved this book. It's very fun. It's a Sweet Home Alabama retelling. Let's get wrapping. So this is what it looks like wrapped up before I've added anything to it. Let me grab the tea. I do have to keep them in this massive jar because I have so much. I'm gonna look for a romance one since this is a romance package. I think I'm gonna do this one. It says Grumpy Sunshine. It's black tea. So we've got our tea, got our bookmark. I'm gonna stick that in. For stickers, I've got Enemies to Lovers and a book, open your mind. Some of the stickers I design, some of the stickers I buy from other designers, because graphic design is not my primary talent. All right, got our little note. Stick in our tea and our stickers. Gonna wrap this up with some twine. And we've got the finished product. All right, let me wrap this for shipping. One of my silly splurges for my business is this custom tape that I made. It says, "Handle with care, this book deserves love." Was it absolutely necessary? No. Do I think it's cute and makes the packaging look fun? Yeah. All right, and she's ready to go. Hi, I haven't filmed an update all day since I did a blind date with the book. I got that shipped out, and I've just been working away. I just took a long nap. Yeah, as far as stuff that's been accomplished for today, I'm doing a bunch of store admin. Just getting things updated, setting things up in my TikTok shop. Yeah, and then I've been working on writing. I did a couple of lessons on the novelry, and then I did a bit of a writing sprint. Added almost 1,700 words to the word count. Was reorganizing some things, mapping out some things. My draft is now sitting at just over 51,000 words, which I'm really excited that I hit 50,000. I don't know if I've said that my target at the moment is 80,000 words for this first draft. Yeah, just to have a target. I don't know if it'll end up being longer, but I feel like for spec fic, that's not a bad target to aim for. And I feel like things are coming together more. I'm just still struggling to bring all of the subplots and storylines in that I want to have in there, and I feel like I'm still feeling out my characters and figuring out their distinct personalities, but things are feeling okay. I mean, this is just a first draft, right? So it can be messy. It doesn't have to be perfect, and I keep having to remind myself of that. I think I'm going to honestly probably watch some YouTube or a masterclass and just do some brainstorming and prep for this evening, because I kind of want to do another writing sprint this evening. I've had a good flow going today, so I might as well take advantage of it. I'm technically only supposed to be writing for an hour a day, but it's okay. It's all right. Yeah, I will check in with you all later. Okay, I'm back because I have thoughts. So I'm pretty far into this draft, right? But literally I've written Act 1. I feel done with Act 1. Act 3, pretty much done. I have not touched Act 2 of this draft at all. Which, here's my thing. I find it really easy to write the beginning of a project. I find it really easy to like write the ending because I know where I want it to go, but writing the middle is the worst. The worst. Oh, that scared me. I don't know if other people feel this way. I'm sure other people feel this way. It's like the middle has to do so much in terms of carrying the plot forward, and I know that there's like so much I haven't included yet in terms of like subplots and such. I have a little bit of a romance subplot that I have not touched really, and I just hate it. I hate writing the middle. I hate writing the middle. And this is true of every project I've ever worked on. Like, this is not unique to this specific project. But I think because I have like so many ideas, I don't even think I've like talked at all about my concept yet, but it is speculative fiction. I'm aiming for kind of a coastal California Gothic feel, which is very specific. And there's a lot of themes of like generational trauma and memory. Yeah, it's just a lot. It's a lot to like get in here. And the middle really needs to do the heavy lifting. And I just don't want to do it. I do want to do it, and I don't want to do it at the same time. Yeah. So that is where we are. I just did a ton of reorganizing, and I think I just need to stop touching this for today, honestly. I'm at like 52,386 words. Wow, 65% of the way to my goal. I think I need to stop. I think I need to stop and just marinate and stop messing with it for now.